a day. Give ourselves a bit of a centre. Welcome to Craigsworldrocks, where Craig talks about how life can be awesome. And we wait. We wait for a few of our mates to come on, new and old. We talk about hopefully how their day has gone. We are ready to rock. We're ready to roll. Let us see what our session brings. Welcome, my friend. You are with Craig, and this is Craig's World Rocks, and this is another live chat hosted by none other than myself, Craig. I hope you have had a fantastic day. This is where I talk about the way I see life. So all of you that are jumping on, welcome aboard. We have arrived at Craigsworldrocks, and we're going to talk about life, the universe, and everything, because that's what we do, right? I hope you have all had a fantastic day, or maybe you're in the morning, depending on where you are around the world. But I hope you have all had a fantastic previous 24 hours. You are very welcome. You are always welcome here with myself, Craig, and you are appreciated, and unconditional love to all you guys, as it should always be. You are a perfect specimen as your unique self. You do not need to change a damn thing. And do not worry about what other people think. Let's get on that bike of uniqueness. Let's drive forwards with being who we truly are. That is an underlying philosophy of what I speak about. And I hope that people that jump on and listen to my discussions take that away with them on a daily basis. Be true to yourself. You are unbelievable as you are. You are perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. Go out there and live your greatest life. The only one thing that I say to everyone, as long as you're not harming other people, you can live your fullest, most unique life that you want to, from the heart, from the passion center of yourself. Love life, everyone. Get out there and do the things that you love to do. Is it that difficult? Does anyone think that's a difficult philosophy? No. That is what life's meant to be. If everyone treated everyone the way they wanted to be treated in life, the world would be a very different place, and we would be living with joy and love and light and happiness and laughter and, you know, magnificent experiences from a day-to-day basis that honestly, in our heart of hearts, we all crave. We all crave it, guys. We want to be appreciated. And I'm telling you, and I will give you that reflection while you're on my channel. You are looking good today. Let me see if I can get this right. Kitchen Nemeth. You are looking awesome. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because that comes from here. Love to you, all right? Everyone is unbelievable. Everyone should be giving themselves great positive encouragement on a daily basis. You are perfect. You are perfect in every way, shape, form. Anyone says otherwise, that's because they have a problem with themselves, all right? Get out. That's exactly right. If they don't like you, move on. That's what I say. That's it. And if you start with yourself having a great day and having a great attitude, guess what? You create that. I am a problem. Well, I have never been a problem for myself. I live to the fullest. I do the things that I love to do, and I encourage everyone else out there to do the same thing. You want to transform your world? Try being more positive and see what your life transforms into. See what opportunities come your way. If you're being a bit of a, negative person, or you're down on life, watch those type of people attract to you like flies, all right? It's just how life works. Like attracts like. So what do you want to have in your life? Good stuff or bad stuff? Ask for the good stuff. It's much more fun. All right. So look, everyone, I like to start my chats, for the people that haven't listened to me before or seen me before, a couple of things. Take what you like and chuck out what you don't like. When you interact with anyone about people's ideas about life, the universe and everything, or any just general life or understandings or people's thoughts, don't just believe everything someone says categorically. Take the things that sit with you, that your intuition and your gut says, oh, that's a great idea. And the things that don't, let them go. The things that don't make sense, you let them go. India. Hey, Darshan, welcome aboard. You are extremely welcome. Mel, that is a lot of laughing, crying faces. I love to laugh. Like, if you're not laughing, you're crying, right? Simple as that. So, you live in your life, live it to its fullest, live it to its best. Do the things that you are passionate about. I constantly am telling everyone, please think about the things that make you feel good. And so many of us do. I'm from Australia, Melbourne, Australia. How you going? My philosophy is just embrace your truth, right? Embrace your truth. We all come to this world as unique, perfect souls or beings or humans or babies, however you want to look at it. We come into this world perfect, and then we live this life, and then at the end of it, we move on back to wherever we came from. Now, everyone's going to have their opinion. Everyone has their beliefs about lots of different things about that. But the reality for me is, yeah, I'm Aussie. The reality for me, Melbourne, Australia, my friend, welcome aboard. The reality for me is that no one really has the full understanding of why we've chosen to live these lives that we are, but living them to the fullest and listening to you inside. Hey, another Aussie lover. Oh, I love all Aussies, obviously. We're the greatest. No, we're exactly the same as everybody else. Everybody's awesome, right? I think Aussies just live with a lot of freedom, and it's what everyone should. Live with a bit of freedom from your heart. Live from your heart. Remind yourself. Australian painter. Well, welcome aboard. You are a beautiful queen. I tell you what, brother. Life is about living the beauty in it, embracing the beauty, doing the things that you love doing. I talk about bits and pieces on my lives around things that I personally love to do. I love stargazing. I've got a few hammocks out the back. Nothing better than having a nice cold drink in the summer or a warm drink in the winter, and laying on the hammock, checking out the stars and watching all the universe go by. Something that I love to do, and it's I say these things because I want to put out my authentic self to all of you, because I believe that it's very important that everyone lives their authentic life. Right? You can't lie to yourself. The one person that knows what you're thinking is you. So don't bullshit yourself. Do the things that make you happy, because your life will be over before you know it. Embrace every moment you got. Godzilla, welcome aboard. You are awesome. And I love your fight scenes. So You just gotta embrace the true you. It's so easy to be someone that you're not, and everyone's out there doing it. Everyone's out there trying to impress everybody else to make them happy. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's another way to do it. Reverse that. Exactly. Reverse that and do the things that make you happy. Don't worry about making them happy. People around you will see that from you, being the true authentic you, they'll see someone that's embraced the trueness, the realness of life, and then hopefully they will learn by your actions and they will embrace their own uniqueness in life. That's how you transform the world for the better. You don't do it through control or forcing anyone to do anything out there, which is what the world does, right? Why do you think we all have bloody armies running everywhere and this army's bigger than that army and I'm going to tell you to do this and you're going to do that, blah, blah, blah. It's so freaking childish, right? We all need to grow up as a race. We need to embrace that the only person that you truly have a say in the matter with is you, right? Take control of your life. Be happy with who you are. You know, when something makes you feel good and you feel happy, what do you think that does to your vibration? It lifts your vibration. It makes you feel good. You feel better. You're higher. You're clearer. You see the world with more clarity. Clarity allows information to flow more freely. I believe inside the human being are the answers to why we all individually came here. We all had our reasons for creating this lifetime. If you really want to connect with why you're here and why you live in this life, and you want that information to come into your mind and to understand yourself in a better way or a deeper way, it's the answer is not out there. The answer's in here. And I believe that it's through clarity. Now, you hear the Buddhist monks talking about meditation, and that makes me centered. And yes, I meditate as well, but not a lot. Like, I probably should do more. But I believe it's through your actions that you get the best results. Through being your truest you can be. Being the honest you and the heartfelt you that you want to be, right? Exactly. Look, people believe in religion because it makes them feel comfortable. People have religions that makes them feel comfortable, right? But there are the negative spins on religion. We all know that. There are the fear-based things to say, if you don't believe this, hey, you're going to go burn in hell. Well, that's ridiculous to me. That doesn't sit with my logical mind. So, you know, I think a lot of religious people are very spiritual people, but there's these other connotations that are thrown around them to make them be in a controlled type situation. So no one has the right. That's a red flag to me. Anyone that says you need to do this or bad things are going to happen, you need to act this way or I'm going to give you a whack, it's not right. It's a red flag. So pay attention to those things and those type of people that come into your lives. Obviously, you know, from my perspective, that's very true, right? And we wonder why the world's in such a chaotic situation and there's push and pull, there's battling going on because everyone thinks that they're, hey Terry, like I've said to you before, welcome mate, but everyone has their opinion, but on my page, I want us all to be open about, you know, spirituality in general. So I'm not here to preach, I'm not here to listen to other people, you know, drive their stuff onto anyone. Please take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. That's how I roll. And that's just how it is, right? And yeah, religion is right for some people and for other people it is not. And as soon as it is jammed down someone's throat, I am not a fan. And that's it. So, you know, I think everyone has their place to be. If you want to listen to religion or religious chats, there are plenty of live groups out there where people are talking about God. Join those ones. You know, life's meant to be open and enjoyed, and I think life goes on forever. I don't think you get a second chance. I think you get unlimited chances. I think life is ongoing. This is one life experience. Well, that's your opinion, Terry, and you know, that's fine. And that's all I've got to say about that, all right? People are allowed to have their opinion. They're just not allowed to jam it down someone's throat. Right? That's how I see things. And this is Craigsworldrocks, so this is what I believe. So if you want to listen to what I've got to say, stay around. If you don't, you can switch to another channel, just like TV, right? Yeah, so positive thinking is where it's all at, guys. In a general sense, positive thinking. What you put out is what you get back. It's as simple as that. I've proved it to myself. Yeah, exactly, mate. Holy cat, how we going? Welcome aboard. Life is good, right? Life is good and it's always good. Remember, I jump on live very regularly. So if you like how I talk about stuff, don't forget to subscribe and yeah, and pop on those notifications so you know when I jump online so you can join the fun, right? Here at Craigsworldrocks, it is about being open and positive and not worrying about controlling any situation, just taking ownership of your own life, taking ownership in a positive way. That if, you know, letting go of some of those negative limiting beliefs that have been jammed on us from childhood through, you know, parents and people that have raised us and their thoughts and processes. I mean, your belief structure, the things that we believe, yeah, I've listened to a lot of those and I've had a couple of out-of-body experiences myself, Godzilla. So I'm very comfortable with life goes on myself. If you're interested in learning about, separating from the physical, which is something that people can do, I was talking about yesterday, there's a great book by an author called Robert Monroe, and it's called Journeys Out of the Body. Check it out. He's the most famous human for traveling outside of his physical body. Seems like everyone agrees you come back in different lives. Absolutely, mate. Well, you wouldn't come back as the same person, would you? Because you've already done that. So then you change it up and you be someone else. I mean, you know, that's how you get different experiences. That's how, as beings that I believe live forever and go on, we just keep adding to the knowledge base that we have. We just keep expanding our understanding of who we are and becoming clearer and, you know, more knowledgeable individuals. But I believe we are pure light. We are part of the all that is. Everything that is life, the universe and everything that exists, I believe we're all a part of that, which logically we are. We're living here. We're humans. We're a human part of it at the moment, right? So you embrace that. I embrace that. I say, well, there you go. That's why I eat mushrooms. Very nice. And I might be laughing at something that's very serious here. But, you know, if you love something and you're not hurting anyone else, go ahead and experience it. Go ahead and do it. The only thing that an experience can do for you is open you up to understanding more about what you're into or what life is. Because if you're following the things that you like or what inside yourself says, I want to learn about that, I want to experience that, I want to do that, you're going to attract more people. Hey, Nick, welcome. Fantastic for you to jump online. Appreciate you. If, you know, you keep attracting those people to you, right? You want people in your life that are similar to who you truly are. That's when you meet your life partners. That's when you meet your friends for life. That's when you meet people that truly are very similar to you, right? Being brave and being who you truly are, it's the bravest thing in this life you can do, in my opinion, right? Like stepping up and actually, okay, Todd, no, sweet, mate. There's other things that are brave too. I know there are, but stepping up and being your authentic self, you are opening yourself up. A lot of people have fear about that, about what people will think of your authentic self. But your authentic self is who you are. And why should you be ashamed of the person that is your heart? Why should you be ashamed of that part of yourself? And that's right. It is just an opinion. Everything that I put out, Todd, is my thought process. I've spent since my early 20s, once I met some people and there was some certain spiritual people that helped me connect and sort out a lot of issues from coming through adolescence. And I found myself being opened up to meditation and thinking about life from a very different perspective, that I actually have a say in it. And, you know, that we all do. And the last couple of years, I've really felt the urge to actually pass on a lot of that knowledge. So on my YouTube page, there's lots of videos about different things and how I see different things. But anything you listen to, take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. That's right. Society isn't about that. Society is all about follow the leader. Like, let's be the same as everyone else. Let's conform. Let's be good little boys and girls. You can be good little boys and girls and be your unique self. If everyone in life lived their true unique self and did things out of love and did things out of passion, do what you like best, Todd. That is how you live life. And the world would be a bloody magnificent place, wouldn't you all agree? I mean, but it starts with us individuals, right? People that are brave, people that step up and say, I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to live. I'm going to do the things that I love to do just because, that's it, just because I feel this and I love the idea of it and I want to do it, right? Now, I get it. We've all got families. We all have to pay bills. The adults that are out there, obviously. Even though in Australia they're stopping kids under 16 jumping online now. But, you know, there's bills and that to pay. So we have to do all that. But I'm saying in the time that you do have that's free, start to think about the things that you just love. Start to do more of that. Because if you suddenly start to get involved in an aspect of yourself that's just about you, you suddenly draw people to you through that direction that can open up your world in a totally different way. You might find opportunities with work that are around what you're passionate about. And then suddenly you're doing a job that you're passionate about. And so work is like a bloody holiday. That's it. Like, thanks, buddy. And it is. All these things that we go through in life, you can prove certain things yourself if you're paying attention to what comes back with what you put out. Most of us get caught up in the speed of life and we're whacking out, doing things, carrying on, blah, 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 and we're not stepping back from these experiences and reading the room almost, right? Don't mind me if I'm having my coffee. Very nice coffee. Australians make great coffee. Hello, Money Mojo. How you going? Welcome back. It's good to see some familiar names popping up, people that have hung out before. Obviously, there are some people that love hanging out and having a listen and thinking about this way of life. But, you know, and what I like is good work environment makes me honestly work better and it gets me out of bed. Exactly, Todd, right? Look at all the big organisations now, all the companies that, you know, they put table tennis tables and video games in their working area so when you're stressed you can go and relax and do things like that. I mean, Nikki, how are ya? Welcome aboard. You are very welcome and appreciated, and I hope you've had a fantastic last 24 hours and I hope the next 24 hours is awesome too. Be good to everyone. Keep putting out those positive vibes around you. Keep talking to people the way you want to be spoken to. Watch your world transform for the better, right? Proof's in the pudding. Do it. If you find yourself having experiences where you do something that's a little bit more positive than maybe what you normally do and something comes from it, share those things. I want our live group here to be about helping each other transform our lives for the better. I want you guys to have the greatest lives you can have for yourself. The most abundant, the most love, the most joy, the most friends, the most experiences, the most travel. Whatever it is that you want to get out of life, whatever it is that you want more of, I want you to have it. And I'm here to tell you, you can. You can. I'm Craig, authentically, bang, here I am, live, no mess, no fuss, no bullshit. I've created many, many things, manifested them from an idea into reality over the course of my life. Many things have transform from struggling to being really happy in a family situation and having a great life and doing work that I love. And now I'm actually getting to actually talk. This is another passion of mine. Obviously, I love to chat. You can just turn me on and away I go. But I get to talk about things that really get me going and that I'm passionate about, and I get to share it with the world. Now, that excites me, right? Now, I know a lot of people freak out public speaking and talking to people. I am not one of those people. But the reason that I can continually talk is because I'm not making any of this up. These understandings come from me knowing that they're true for me, right? There are things that I will say that might help certain aspects of yourself. Take those things that you like. Don't worry about the things that you don't get. If there are things that I say that don't make sense at the time, let it go. Maybe in another couple of weeks or months' time, you hear me say that thing again and you go, oh, now I get that now. But you don't want to get trapped in a solid position, right? Life is change. People often freak out when I say that because people are very scared of change. The one thing that people don't necessarily realize is that change in all of our lives is a constant. How do I know that? Are we not all getting older every day? Every millisecond of every moment we live, our bodies are deteriorating slowly. We age. So there is change happening on the molecular level every moment that you exist in this world. Now, I believe your energy self, your spirit self, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't ever deteriorate. That exists. Our consciousness, our thoughts, our emotions, they are ours. We learn with that. That stays. Like when we leave this body one day and we move back to where I would say is home for us, and we reevaluate what we've been doing, that is where there's no deterioration. That's where we decide, what do you want to do next? What experience do you want to have next? What do you want to learn because of, I know so much, but I want to experience life through these eyes. And we make these decisions in huge groups of spiritual family members. I mean, it's crazy sometimes that I hear myself saying these things, but truly, if you think about life from a logical perspective, it could not just be one life. You don't get enough out of it. You just don't get enough out of it. One life, why would we even live one life if that was all there was? We start, we live, we die. Bang. What's the point of that? Makes no sense. I've had things like past life regressions. I've done past life regressions with regression specialists like clairvoyants that are very good at that and have taken me through past lives. I've been through a total over my life. I've done about 16 past life regressions. And when you go through, it's like a meditative state, same as having a meditation. But when you go through a past life regression, the difference between, say, a dream or a meditation, when you're seeing an image in your mind or you're seeing someone that is supposed to be you and living an experience or a scene, there's an emotional connection to it. I can't explain it any other way. You feel, you know that particular person was you, and you're watching a film of that experience. Quite emotional, right? I remember coming out of some of those lives and wow, and I did most of those I did when I was younger, but wow, some of those memories and then having that connection to the heart chakra when you felt the emotion that went along with the experience that was going on, I knew that it was real. That's all I can say to you. I knew that those lifetimes that I looked at were my lifetimes that I had been through. So spirit goes on. Thank you, Money Mojo. Spirit goes on. And that's what it proved. I proved it to myself again. So I say these things because you don't have to believe me black and white, but I'm saying go out there and meet people that do these things. Meet clairvoyants and people. Go and get readings. Go and meet people that take others through past life regressions. I tell you, when you experience those things, it changes you for the better. You are connecting more with who you truly are. That's what my discussion is always going to be about. Your authentic self is who you're trying to reconnect with. I think we deliberately block ourselves from who we are when we come into this life. It's part of the process. It's part of the wonder, right? If you came in fully aware of who you were, life would be very different. But if you come from a place of I have no idea who I am, and I'm very confused and I'm very limited, and then you expand your being, you expand your awareness by breaking down these walls through this life, and then you then explode into who you truly are. That's when you leap forward much further. So the setting yourself up as not remembering as a being, and then coming through and remembering and coming out the other side, I think that is an amazing experience that a lot of us are going through, and more of us are going to awaken to. We need to embrace that. There's a lot to life. There's a lot to it. But until you experience certain things for yourself, you're not going to really believe things until you go through it for yourself. I hope that everyone is enjoying the conversation. I will take a tangent and I will veer off left if there is a sign that says please veer left for the detour. Craig is the first one to go, okay, let's see what's down there. Boom. So conversation can often veer to the left, veer to the right. That's okay. We always come back to the center, don't we? So being centered, very important. Feeling like you're in control, very important. When we feel out of control, that's when we drop our vibration. So things like meditation, things like relaxing, things like doing things that you enjoy. Was Simo? Not at all, my friend. I am a heterosexual male and I enjoy life, but I'm a spiritualist, and I talk about different ways to look at life and to transform ourselves, and that you can take ownership of what goes on in your life yourself, mate. So free for people to have their own opinions, but on my YouTube channel, it is about passing on a lot of my knowledge. Earring, mate, I've had this since I'm about bloody 18 years old. So you from Australia? I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Vin Madog, welcome aboard, mate. Welcome aboard. Yes, I'm in Melbourne, mate. That's where I am. No, so certainly doesn't mean that, mate. It's again, you need to, you don't need to do anything, Wasimo. Basically, it is embracing your unique self. If you love doing something that's specifically something that you're into, I suggest you get into it more. Life is about the individual driving towards what really makes you happy. I talk about how people want to change their lives, and did you hear about the Bondi shooting? Yeah, very, very bad, mate. Very, very bad. That's okay, Wasimo. You don't have to feel my vibes, and I thank you for hanging out for a few minutes, and you be good to yourself, mate, and the people around you. That's it. Many more lives that you might find something else on, my friend. No dramas. Bondi, yeah, mate. Vin Madog, Bondi. Yeah, very, very sad, mate. I mean, obviously a couple of people that just living their beliefs, and they're living their life in a way that is very angry and very disconnected. It's sad to think that people are that lost that they're caught up in a lot of terrible thoughts and ideas that this is no good, or this is better than that. No worries, mate. Yeah, you don't do that. So, the Bondi situation in Australia, they're still dealing with that. And heart goes out to anyone that is having to go through that, has friends and family involved in that terrible situation. Lots of love out to all those people. There was even some kids that were, affected quite badly or shot. And yeah, there's nothing good you can say about it. And I'm not one. Once you know, we're going to have to hopefully move forward from that as a country and embrace positivity and not getting caught up in that type of rhetoric. It's not the way to live life. Oh, that's terrible, Ryan. Really heartfelt thoughts go out, mate. Two very bad people that are very confused about life, mate. What can I say? I mean, if you're going to go and you want to, like I talk about, the one thing that I don't accept is people trying to control other people. Well, shooting people is like the ultimate level of, I can't handle what other people do, I'm going to bloody kill them. I mean, that's crazy talk. And remember the ones that, oh, I'm really sorry, Ryan. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope that you be good to yourself and be good to the rest of your family and just embrace each other and yeah, just be good to yourselves. There's a lot more good people in the world than there are people that are lost. And I want to believe that, and I do believe that. You know, we have to hold our heads high and we have to be the best we can be for everyone around us, right? Yeah. You just be good to yourself, Ryan, and be good to the people around you, and pass on positive vibes, mate. Pass on positive vibes, and know from myself that those people that have passed, they're not dead. I don't believe that. I believe they've moved back into, you know, their energy, spiritual selves, and they've headed back home again. So they're okay. You know, if you're a person that believes that everyone lives one life, well, that would be it. Well, I don't believe that, and I've separated from this physical body myself, Ryan. I know that there's more. I know that they're okay. It would have been a horrific experience to go through, but they're okay, and embrace that understanding, and it will help. It will help. It doesn't mean you don't miss them, because you will, but it helps. You will see them again. So yeah, that's been a very somber thing happening in Australia. You know, especially with, you know, what I'm trying to do on my page is just help people to help themselves, right? You can be whoever it is you want to be. If you want to be a complete terrible person, you can go out there and be a terrible person. But I'm telling you that you'll attract those other terrible people to yourself, because like does attract like, and we want to basically embrace the love of ourselves, our unconditional love, what's in here. The true us, we want to embrace that. We want to be the best version of ourselves we can be. And the only way you can do that is by being honest with yourself. You know, treating people with love and respect. You know, when we go back to COVID, it was really all about, you know, us being bottled away from each other. It's not good for the human. It's not good for us. We need connection. We need people, you know. We need to be outside, and that was what was terrible about Bondi. You know, people were enjoying life and being outside, and these couple of people again try to actually take that away. And I, for one, am not going to let anyone take that away, because life is yours, it's mine, it's everyone's. No one has the right to do that to anyone. And you know, we need to live life, and we need these people to wake up to themselves. So yeah, I've been through loss too, Ryan, and it's hard when they're just not there, right? A couple of my clairvoyant people that I know will say, you know, get into your meditation, you know, start to focus on breathing, start to slow your heart rate down, allow yourself just to let your mind go blank, and allow yourself to open up to the opportunity to communicate with friends and family that have passed. And especially when they're freshly crossed over, they're going to be still fairly close to us in the human realm. Owen, how are you, brother? Welcome back. Good to see ya. You are very welcome here, mate. We've been talking about some heavy stuff. Ryan's had a family member that has passed through the Bondi shooting in Australia, in Sydney, at Bondi Beach. So it's very harsh, hard situation. And so we're having a bit of discussion around that, but you are always welcome back here, mate. And you are awesome, like every single person out there is, all right? Yeah, so it does lower the vibe, right, Ryan? You can feel that, can't you? When we talk about it, we drop off a bit. 7, 7, 8. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. We, yeah, I'm really good at YouTube, guys. You can tell how I'm very slow at reading the things that come up. That's all right, mate. But, you know, remembering the good things, remembering the love that people give, showing love, showing compassion, showing gratitude, showing empathy, showing positive things to others, that you're grateful for them, that you appreciate them, showing your reflection around you, all open your heart up to other people, your life will transform for the better. You will start to create situations that are much, much more abundant and loving and fun and joyful and expansive. We have to be brave. We have to be open. Mate, right back at you, Ryan. Really, this is one of the main reasons, meeting someone like yourself, this is one of the main reasons that I've come on to share some of the knowledge that I've got. It's not knowledge that's just for me, it's for all of us. So, you know, whenever you need a pump up, mate, whenever you feel you want to have someone that's going to give you a positive reflection and you're not getting it around you, mate, and I'm running around doing this still, jump online, have a yak, mate, because, you know, I'm big on everyone just lifting everyone else, you know. When you have absolutely, you're very welcome, mate. When you get together a group of people, like-minded people, and we all have positive attitudes, the vibration of that group together lifts like 10 times higher. So that's why people that meditate often come together in what they call a circle, because when everyone's energy connects together, you get to a vibration of like 10 times higher than you would normally on your own. So it allows you to access other thoughts and things that you wouldn't normally access. So family and friends and love and positive vibes transforms our lives for the better. It sends our life in a trajectory like this. Whereas if we're closed off and we're angry, we're going down like this. All right? The beauty is about life is that you are the empowered being. You are the one that decides how you want to act. And that's a really comforting thing to me, that we decide what we want to have in our own lives. It's not about someone. You don't have to be worried about what's coming up. You have to work on clearing your negative beliefs and being the most light being you can be, being the most clear, positive individual you can be. And life will transform as it'll just get better and better and better, because that's what happens. It's automatic. And from a negative situation comes many, many positive things, Ryan. So this situation, as terrible and hard as it is, when you come through this, you will have so many more positive things come out of this. I know it's hard to see at the moment, but it will happen. And your family member that's chosen to pass over in this way is a powerful, magnificent being that has chosen to do that for you and everyone else around them, that they would get positive from this. That's what I believe, Ryan. I appreciate you saying I'm the nicest dude you've ever met. I'm probably the realest dude you've ever met. And no, I can't say that. There's other people out there that I'm sure are just as real as I am, mate. But you know, you can't lie to yourself. You be honest. And I've had some great teachers. I've had some great mentors. Some great spiritual people that knew themselves really, really well and showed me how to connect with myself and to understand, you know, how there's a different way to look at life. There's a different way to embrace life. You are a part of the all that is. You're just like the flower. You're just like your puppy dog. You're just like, you know, the mountain range. You are part of this planet. You are part of the universe. You are part of existence. You are a perfect part of the all that is. And you are an independent thinking part of it. Like, mate, you take care of yourself, Ryan. We'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out and good luck with everything. And I hope that it's as smooth as it can be getting through this situation for you. All right, you too, brother. Take care. Now, for everyone else, we wish Ryan the best. You know, peace out. Let's think about what else we can talk about. You know, it's been a pretty good session already tonight. It's starting to become more summery here in Melbourne. Vin, my dog, I am having a great night, mate. I'm getting to chat to you. I'm getting to chat to all these other people. And I hope that you all get something from the situation. And if you don't, you just go away going, you know what? It's all right to be myself. It's all right to be myself. If you're a caring person and you're doing the best you can in life, that's awesome. You're doing awesome. Pat yourself on the back. You know, we just don't. We look at it like it's nothing sometimes in our existence, right? But when you're nice, when you're a good person, did you see me shower over the other night? No, I didn't see the meteor shower, man. I saw a what was it in the sky? It looked like, you know, when you have a plane that has that moisture tail on it flying through the sky, but it didn't look like a plane. And I filmed it. Well, I'm going to post it, right? So have a look. I'm going to post it tonight as a little video, but comment on it for me, man, because I looked at it and I was like, it's not a jet, you know, with a jet stream, but it was going through the sky, but it had a fairly short tail, but it was like, I don't know whether it was a meteor, but it would have been a decent sized one. But I filmed it. So it was this afternoon out the back. I filmed it. I thought, I'm going to whack that up as a video. So, mate, have a look at that if you get a chance. See what you think. It's certainly not a plane or something. I don't think that's what it is, because usually the jet streams from jets are much, much longer. The tail is much longer. It almost looks... It was weird. It was weird. I'll post it. Anything that I spot and I do actually capture on the camera, I usually post it up on my page saying, yeah, mate, see what you think. But yeah, so that's life, mate. That's life. We move on. We be as good as we can. It's pretty simple, right? You just be the best version of yourself you can be, mate. And if people don't like you for who you are, then they're not the right people to be around you. I'll be really, really honest about that. You don't need to have 1,000 friends. You need to have, 2 or 3 authentic mates, or one, But if you've got those couple of authentic friends that are there and they're by your side, and they believe in who you are, and they believe in you, and they believe in themselves like that as well, then you've got your little posse, mate. You don't need more than that, right? A lot of people often, there's groups of people that come through the school and all that, and we want to feel part of the big group, and we try and be things that we're not. Forget that shit. That's childhood shit. The way to transform your life is to be your authentic self, to be the you that you've always wanted to be the you that doesn't care what other people think. Just embrace that, mate. Just embrace that. I tell you what, Vin, I think I might rock and roll, mate, because we've got to 49 minutes, and I think it might just be you and me chatting on here, so, which is all good. But it's a bit muggy today, so I might have run out of steam. Always get me, mate. Yeah, look, I've done a few things over my life. I've worked on trade sites, job sites, in sales. I've done it all, right? Like, tried lots of different things, and I'm just your down to earth Aussie, mate. I don't think that spiritual or being a spiritual person, it matters how you talk. I think spiritual people can swear too, right? Like, what's wrong with that? If you feel you need to curse or yell or get angry, you can get angry, you can get upset. If you've got that emotion, get upset, and deal with it. Then deal with it. Don't just bottle it back down. Too many of us bottle the shit back down again, and we don't let it roll through, right? Different things are going to affect you, but you've got to actually look at what the belief is that's making you feel that way. Because nowadays I'm getting less and less affected by menial stuff. People get upset, and I'm like, geez, I wonder why they're all upset with each other. Well, it's usually very small things, right? It's usually, insignificant fights people are having about things that don't mean shit. There I go again. They just don't mean anything. You know, there's a few things to me that mean something, and what means something to me is that I understand that we live forever. I understand that we create our own reality. You want to find the truth in life, because then you empower yourself. No more of this bullshit. No more of this, you know, being blinded by the groups and the big groups saying, this is how you have to be. That's bullshit. That is. It's true bullshit. You just, the only person that has the true answers for you are in here. And, you know, if you're authentic and honest with yourself, then you are doing an awesome job. And I say thumbs up to you, mate. I say there's no one that's going to judge you when your life finishes. Guess who's going to judge you, Vin? You are, mate. Are you a harsh judge on yourself? Because you'll just go, well, I stuffed up there. Oh, I did really good there. When you're judging your life that you live, as long as you've done the best you can, mate, you can't make a mistake. Embrace yourself. Embrace you're a perfect person. You're an imperfect, perfect person. Right? Pay attention to what's going on around you. Transform your life for the better. Take control. You can do it. Just like everybody. Everyone can do it. If everyone starts doing it, the world transforms into an unbelievably amazing, magical place. Man, if we wanted to, we could be living in the world of Harry Potter. If we all pick up a wand and we start casting spells. But, you know, that's if everyone wants to do it. But this is it, right? Why are we acting so, you know, lack of power? Why do we believe that we're sinners? Why do we believe that we're not worthy? Because people have told us that. That's why. Because people have told us that. And that's bullshit. Because you are whoever you want to be. That's the truth. Cut down the bullshit beliefs. Get rid of the thoughts that are limiting and controlling. Like, yuck, right? Just be the person that you want to be. Remember, guys, and I'll say it again, if you do like the way I talk, please don't forget to subscribe. I do actually connect better with you guys live. I know then you can throw me questions on the go. And, you know, I'm Craig, I'm from Melbourne. I am a spiritualist, or probably used to be more termed as someone that was into metaphysics. So the science of life, the spiritual aspect to life, that we create what's going on. We're not controlled by anyone. We can transform our lives for the better. We live forever. We live many, many lives. All these amazing thoughts and things. I believe all that. I believe in extraterrestrials. You know, they're here. They're running around. Their disclosure is coming. You want to, you know, you listen to the American Congress talk about it now. They've got a new movie that's coming out called Age of Disclosure. I recommend you check that one out. That is 34, 35, something like that. High-level military people admitting that they've been working with aliens, with alien craft for many, many, many years. So why do we all sit here and go, it's not real? Why do we allow them to keep the truth hidden from us? These are the things. We're living in a real controlled environment. These walls are coming down, everyone. These walls are coming down. So, you know, live life to the fullest. You don't have to worry about those big things, but I just implore everyone to say, listen to yourself, listen to your heart. Hey, Jade, how you going? Welcome. You know, listen to who you are and be who you are, and be the kindest, most loving person you can be, you know, because that is the one thing that you can control, how you are, right? And the more of us that make that effort, the more that it's catching. It'll catch on amongst your friends. You'll notice it if you say, oh, thank you so much. And then your friends go, oh, thank you so much. And it's like, next thing you know, they're feeling better, you're feeling better, vibrations coming up, and it expands everyone. That's the idea. Do you want to live in a world where everyone's just feeling fantastic? I do. I don't want to live in a world of hatred and fear and control. We've been living in that. We're living in that. We want to break free of that. And we can. With changing our own, taking control of our own thoughts and mind, speaking the way we want to speak. And yes, I love to swear once in a while. It's just a natural thing that comes out of me. And I don't hold anything against. Doesn't make you less spiritual if you drop the F-bomb, whatever once in a while, That's just part of your unique self, right? I'm real. You can't touch me, but I'm real, right? So I'm sitting here in my lounge room. That's outside Melbourne, Australia. And it is getting a bit warmer here, which is great. So summer is upon us. And if you are from the other side of the world and winter is upon you, well, rug up. So I hope your day has been fantastic, Jade. I hope you have had a great time. I know you have jumped on a few times now, and I appreciate you for jumping on. I know you are a like-minded individual that is going to transform her life for the better, and it'll just keep getting. The more you focus on putting out that positive and being the person that you want everyone to be towards you, the more that will come back to you. I did it again myself a few times today, and the response from the individuals that I didn't know them, but the response from them was, "Oh, thank you so much." And they were like, and you could see that the positivity and the love that you speak with goes into their heart chakra. It affects them in a really positive way, and then that affects you in a really positive way. You are lifting your vibration. You are connecting more with your authentic self. You are finding out the truth about you and why you're here living this life. What did you want to experience? What did you really want to learn? And once those answers come fully into your mind, then off you go. There'll be nothing that can stop you, right? You will be doing the things that are just the most amazing things that you want to be doing. And the reason I don't talk about what they are, because I don't know what they are. Because the only person that knows what they are is you as the individual. I can talk about my things, and there's a lot of things, right? I speak about, I love stargazing, right? I love natural gemstones. Here's my little rock. Let's just call him Fred. Little rose quartz rock. Love the rose quartz, right? Rose quartz, about your heart chakra. You want to work on yourself, get a bit of rose quartz in your life. The vibration connects with your heart chakra, so it helps to clear blockages out of your heart chakra. Love natural stones. I spent a lot of time working with them, selling them when I was younger. Really met a lot of spiritual people in that space. Natural stones, they're beautiful. They're natural tools to help us lift our vibration again. They are something that helps you to let go of that anger, let go of those blockages, absorbs them away, and then your vibration comes up further and further. And it helps you realize crystals also take away the blockages, which then bring forward beliefs that you might have, and you get an opportunity to say, "Oh, I don't really want to believe that. That's pretty bad," and you can let it go. But often when you don't see the belief, when it's just deep inside you, it stays there and it comes up in little ways that you act. But then when the blockage is taken away fully and the belief rises back to the surface, you've got an opportunity to either leave it there or to say, "Nah, I don't want to think like that anymore. I want to think like this," and bring in something much more positive and much more uplifting and much more expansive, so that you can allow more positive things into your life. Beliefs limit your life. Beliefs lock you into a house, lock you into a shell, lock you into a block, right? They block you in. So the more broad and positive your beliefs are, the bigger your realm of creation will become. The beliefs are the fences to what you allow yourself to go to. Okay, so right throughout your life, you will keep expanding those beliefs. If you are on the path of transforming your life for the better, you will keep on knocking down those walls. Why do I only allow myself to do this? I want to do this. All good. Vin, a mad dog, mate. You can join me anytime. Come and hang out anytime. You're one of the Craigsworldrocks family members now, mate. So it was very nice to have you hanging out and chatting, mate. So please, next time you're back on, share some stories. Test out a few of my theories. See how they work for you, mate. And you take care of yourself, and we'll talk soon. Yeah, there you go. So I lost my train of thought because I was saying see you to a new mate. At everyone, so it's you know, let's think about it in a nutshell again. Hey, my friend, how you going? You know, positive thoughts create positive returns on investment. So, you know, really understanding the basics to everything that you're doing and saying, taking control of your own self is very important when it comes to transforming your life in the way that you want to. If you don't have a positive plan, if you're not looking to transform it for any particular reason, you're kind of floating around, you want to actually really be putting out the highest, most positive comments you can to everyone that comes into your world, because they are a true reflection of you. And if you have someone come into your world that's being quite aggressive, or maybe there's a certain thing that happens that brings out aggression in someone, it's important that you actually look at your own self. Why would I want this to be happening? Because everything is a reflection of you. So there must be some belief that you're carrying that says it's okay to be like that. Now, if you don't want to have that situation, let's say, happen again, you would have to let go of that negative belief once it rears its ugly head, let's say, right? So it is about recognizing or working out the beliefs that are programmed in yourself, right? Once you recognize those beliefs that you carry, you can choose to change them. You can choose to leave them. If you're happy with how you are, if you're happy with believing a certain thing, then that can stay there, right? But if that limits you allowing other better things into your life, well, maybe when you get to recognize it, it's an opportunity to let that go and replace it. So, you know, belief systems aren't rigid. There's not like a belief that is there forever. You know, we usually, well, human beings can leave beliefs there for a very long time in their lives, right? But you can change them like anything. So as you expand and grow and realize that you want more of certain things, you should be able to let go of limiting beliefs and bring in more unlimited beliefs, if you know what I'm saying. So everything about you as an individual is changeable by you. Everything about someone else is not changeable by you. It's only by them. So each person has to take the ownership of their own program, their own life, their own way they act, their own way of responding to certain situations. If you're happy to be a nasty person and be downing other people, then that's fine, but you're only going to have that type of person in your life. People that don't want that in their life will move on from you, because energy is like attracts like. The magnetic attraction is not about differences attract. No, like attracts like. So if you want really positive experiences, you have to be that type of positive experiencer. You have to want that for other people. The crazy thing is that other people are a reflection of you. You've brought them into your world. They are a reflection of you. You have put them there. So treat them in the most positive, upbeat way, because that's you're talking to. And why would you put yourself down? You wouldn't. So don't put anyone else down, because they're a reflection of you. I know it's not always the easiest thing to grasp, right? I know it's not the easiest practice to do, but everyone that comes into your world is a creation by you, is an extension of you. Try it, understand it, test it out. Talk very positively to these people. Watch things transform for the better for you. Talk really nasty to people. Watch them come back with nastiness towards you. It's really, you prove it to yourself when you test it. It's not about, I'm giving you an understanding to hopefully that you will grasp it and you will use it and you will realize certain things that, hey, there's no point holding on to anger and that, because it's not about them. That's me. Why would I be angry at myself? Forgive myself. Let's go forward. Let's do more positive things for me. Let's treat people in the way that I want to be treated. Let's focus on me by focusing on everyone around me. It's all combined. It's all one. And the faster we get our heads around that, the faster your life starts to transform, and the faster you can start really manifesting amazing stuff in your life. That's it. Time for a sip of water, I reckon. There we go. Now, I hope everyone has had an awesome day today. I really do. I hope that life is treating you well. And if life is not treating you well, think about what I've said. Fight against it by being the opposite of someone being negative to you. Fight against it by being extremely positive, by being extremely loving. Because anyone that's working from anger and hatred or fear, when you be very loving towards them, it freaks them out, right? They will probably run the other way and not bother you ever again because they won't know how to handle it, right? Or they can break down and be like, just, oh my God, you know. People need connection, right? Hey, how we going, pretzels? People need connection. And I suppose that's the other thing that I can talk about today. You know, just because someone's not acting positively, just because someone's upset and angry doesn't mean they're a bad person. It means that they've lost connection. It means they don't feel like they're a part of life anymore, right? And it's not about finding people to connect with, right? Because like I talk about all the time, basically the connection you have to find is within yourself, right? It's in here, you know, to not feel fear and hatred and so on. And again, I spoke earlier to a few people about the Bondi incident that happened the other day in Sydney in Australia, horrific incident. But these people, for me, lost connection with life, lost connection with, just hated everyone. And I know they attacked the Jewish community, but they showed hatred towards another group of humans. And they've lost connection with who they are because we are all a part of the same thing. Why would you attack yourself? That's what they did. From my perspective, they actually just attacked themselves. It makes no sense. We're all the same. We're all from the same place, and we'll all be back where we're from eventually when we cross back over. We'll be back home again. We're trying to grow and evolve ourselves here in this reality. We're trying to learn lessons, and they were massive lessons that those people have shown a lot of our society, and I hope that we respond with love. I hope we do. As a country, as a people, I hope we respond with love. I hope that we can rise above anger and hatred and fear, and we can be not wanting to accept that, but understanding that it comes from disconnection. And we need to connect with these people better. We need to connect with everyone better. You know, the more connected we all are, the more loved we feel. Connection comes from here, it comes from you. You know, it's a big area. It's a big area, and there's a lot of things that, you know, there's different ways you can look at things, but I try to help people to understand that it's a lot simpler than what we think. I suppose it's having the right focus. You know, the answers aren't out there. They're in yourself. The answers are in you, and living your authentic life, as long as you're not hurting other people, which was horrific the other day. They did more than hurt other people. They took other people's lives through forceful measures, and I just can't agree with that. I know it's a situation that was created by the gunman, by the people that were attacked, you know, from a higher level of understanding. The situation was created for learning purposes amongst all of us, but it's very hard to accept that other people, what I learned is other people don't have a right. They don't have a right to control us or take our lives, you know, against our will, when all we're doing is trying to enjoy life. That just makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. And I hope that, you know, people realise that it shouldn't be responded to in a negative way. It should be that these couple of people just didn't make any sense. And we have to decide that we don't want that in our lives, that we don't prefer people to act that way. You know, we want to live our lives with joy. I want to live my life with joy. I want to live my life with love. I want to actually have the great experiences in life that bring me, you know, excitement and happiness, and make my friends and family have great experiences and just smile and live a great life, because life will be over. This life will be over faster than we all know anyway at the end of the day, right? There's a limited time that will exist here in these bodies, and then we'll move on, and we'll, you know, I look at it, we'll analyse the life, and then we'll decide what we do next. But, you know, why try and control others? It's just a sad thing to do. It's just a fearful thing to do, that you feel like, I don't feel stable or solid myself as a human, so I'm going to control someone else so that I can make them feel weaker and me feel better. That's terrible, right? It's not just terrible, it's horrific, right? Just be good to yourself. Be good to the people in your lives. Just be respectful, appreciative, grateful. We exist forever. You know, be grateful about that. Be grateful that Craig understands that and he's letting you know about it, right? Because life's unbelievable. I mean, we live forever. Sit and think about that for a while. Because we don't just live one life. That makes no sense. No sense at all to me. Why would you exist just for one life and then boop, you're gone? Why even bother living this life? Why even exist? Doesn't make sense, does it? When you say it out loud, it doesn't make any sense. So it can't be true. Right? When the same thing keeps happening over and over again, if you get 3 or 4 people experiencing the same thing, there's something to it, even if everyone else doesn't believe it. If certain things keep happening and you keep proving certain things to yourself, then they exist for those people. They're real, you know. You got to prove things to yourself. It's got to sit with you. Take what you like, chuck out the rest. That's how you find your unique self. You find your own pieces to your own puzzle. We're all unique. We're all the same, but we're all a unique part of the puzzle. That's a great way to look at it, right? We're living this great experience called life, and we're all one piece of the puzzle each. Each piece of the puzzle is just as important as the other one. You are all amazing. You are all unique. You are all loving, perfect beings that deserve magnificence in their lives. And I'm here to tell you, you are magnificent, and go forward and be magnificent. Go forward and fight against the fear by being more positive and more loving to all those people in your life. It's the best way to be. It's the best way to be. And you tell me, you come back here and you tell me if it hasn't started to work for you. Right? Because if you say, it doesn't work, but you don't really do anything, you know if you're lying. You know, because the only person that truly knows what you think is you. And I just want you to be honest with you. I just want you to change you by being honest and saying, well, if when I was being honest and I did this and there was a positive response, that tells me that that's real. So if that's real, let's do it even bigger. Let's keep going down that path until we get to the end, or as far as we can go, with the positivity and the creating great things for ourselves. when you find something that's real, drive it. Roadstrom, I hope everything's been well with you and the family, mate. I've been chatting now for an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm starting to feel the pinch. But you're welcome, mate. Pretzels has been hanging out with me. My friend, they've all been hanging out. Yeah, I've had a few people on tonight, so it's been good. More people, more new people coming on and listening to the way I chat about things. I hope everything's going well, brother. I hope it's all good. Down here in Melbourne today, skies are clear. Oh, Roadstrom, I'm going to post, I told, who did I tell before? Oh, another guy on here. I filmed this strange object going through the sky. Oh, wow, 2:25. Where are you hanging out, Pretzels? What part of the world are you in? 2:25, you were up late, man. Are you going to work tomorrow? It is here in Australia, 8:25 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia. So you are 6 hours ahead of me or 18 hours behind? Oh, Canada. I think I've asked. Alberta. I'm going to get to Canada, man, because I reckon you live in an awesome part of the world. But I also know that Melbourne's an awesome part of the world. I know that Australia's just had those horrific shootings in Bondi, but there was a couple of people that just have lost their way, mate. Let's be honest. Our family's good, Roadstrom, all kicking along, mate. We're just getting ready for Christmas. You know how it is. It's expensive time of the year, mate. Just getting presents for everyone and, you know, setting up for everything, mate. So, no. I'm looking forward to taking a few weeks off this year from my daily work, which is about making the money to live and so on. But I'm going to spend a bit of time actually working on a few videos as well and doing a bit of painting around the house. Needs a little bit of that. So, yeah, no, all good. But I was going to say, Roadstrom, I filmed this thing in the sky. I'm going to post it on my page tonight. It's only a short little video, but it's like this, could use some positive news this week. Yeah, we could, mate, absolutely. Those two guys seriously have lost their way. Well, one, you know, but it makes no sense, mate. And there's no point trying to work it out, right? Because they're living from a belief system that doesn't sit with like what I talk about, what you guys think. It's just not, it's not in the realm. It's very fear-based. It's very hatred, right? It's very low vibed to actually think that that's okay to do. Where do they, there's no point talking about it. That's how I look at it. We can talk about it. There was a guy, Ryan, that was on before, lovely bloke, and he has a family member that was actually killed in the Bondi massacre, mate. So we spoke through that and just said to be good to himself and, you know, be good to the people around him, and over time it will get better. And, you know, I'm a believer that we all go on. So the relatives that he loves haven't disappeared. You know, that's how I'll deal with it. But let's not talk about it too much. Correct. But no, getting back to my video. So I filmed this thing, and it was like, you know how you get a jet trail from a jet plane, you know, like the trail, it's like moisture in the air and it flies off the back of these fast jets. This thing is going through the sky with quite a short jet tail, not a long one, not like a jet ones I've seen where they leave trails over the whole sky, but quite short, but there was a little bit of colour in the end of it, like it was almost powered by something. I don't know. I'm guessing. Have a close look at it, but I filmed it going across the sky. It was just really weird. I haven't seen anything like it before. So check it out when it's on there. I think it was Mike. His name was Mike or something on there. He's going to have a look at it. But, you know, comment about it. Tell me what you think. I don't know. I haven't seen something like this particular thing before. It was a bit weird to me. And I know planes, I know helicopters, I know all that stuff. It could have been something like, I don't know if it was a plane though. It didn't seem to kind of fit with planes that have the long jet streams. They don't normally have the short ones. I found it a bit weird. So anyway, whatever you think is fine by me, mate. Open for your interpretation. yeah, guys, check it out. See what you think. But I'll post it after I've finished here. But there's some strange things going on in the skies of late. So, you know, and when certain things happen in this planet and they make us look down, you really should be looking up. I reckon there's a lot of misdirection going on by our governments of the world at the moment. Look over there, and then something's happening over there. So I always look the opposite way, do they tell you? Because shit's probably going down, right? But yeah, they're increasing, man. I do believe that, pretzels. I believe they're increasing, and what it's heading towards, best guess, could be full disclosure. Maybe those extraterrestrials that Roadstrom loves are about to show themselves. It's like seeing faces in clouds and the mind sees what it wants to see. Yes, true, that can be true. But I guess we'll see if there are, in the next, you know, period of time, whether we get to meet any of our friends from out in the galaxy, mate. Who knows? Might be, maybe, possibility. Yeah, but some interesting stuff going on, and we'll see what happens, eh? But you know, yeah, I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm taking a few weeks at home, so that should be fun for me. Probably use my hammock a bit more than normal. Maybe a couple of bourbons and coke, because I don't mind partaking in the odd bourbon. My friend Roadstrom, right? Love the old bourbon, very nice. Love listening to a bit of the old Lynyrd Skynyrd, you know. Nothing wrong with a bit of the old music. But yeah, look, it's the same old, guys. And I know it's a broken record, but remember to look after yourself by doing the things that you prefer to do. At least do some of them, you know. As will I. I will meet you there, mate, on the poop deck of the next extraterrestrial craft that zips by. But we, you know, yeah, it's good. It's all good. No dramas at all. Oh, I've got a bit of coffee left. Thought I'd finished my coffee. Yes. So, beam me up, Scotty, full on. You know, they, I heard a story, give me something to talk about now, pretzels. I heard a story about, I think it was one of the big bosses from one of the corporations that supposedly are back engineering or reverse engineering this extraterrestrial technology. I think it was, I forgot the name of the mob now. It's an American mob, not Boeing, but it was another one. And this guy, supposedly, who was the head of this organisation, was on his deathbed, and he spoke to someone on his deathbed saying that, oh yes, we have reverse engineered much technology, and basically Star Trek and Star Wars are very, very real. We have done more than even those. When we saw things on those shows, all those things exist. Teleportation devices, beam me up, Scotty, that all exists, this guy reckoned. And he said at some stage that will all come out in the future, and our world will understand about the truth about what's been going on. But he was really adamant that to these individuals on his deathbed that, yeah, he had been involved in the creation and reverse engineering of much of this technology. So pretty crazy to think that Star Trek and all that technology stuff all exists for real. I guess we'll hopefully get to see that at some stage, but I'd definitely love, just beam me up, boop, there you go, up on the ship. That'd be awesome, right? Be mind-blowing. I'm sure I'm not alone. Many of us would find that very exciting. But hey guys, I tell you what, I've run out of steam. It's an hour and 25. It's almost a record, but I thank you for hanging out with me. It is 8:34 in Melbourne, Australia. I am going to call it a night. Yeah, it's crazy. And I hope we do get to find out about all that stuff, mate, because it'd just expand on the excitement of life, wouldn't it? That all that stuff exists. But boys and girls, I will come back on tomorrow and we can continue our conversations then. But it has been a pleasure, as always, speaking with you guys. I appreciate you all. I hope that life is doing you well. And if it is not, take control. You have the power. Get on with it. You know, put out what you want to have happen. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Start the ball rolling, and then it'll transform as you go, all right? But I'll see you on the next one if you're around. It's been a cracker of a chatting session, and I hope you all stay well, look after yourselves and your families, enjoy your life. We will be back on again tomorrow, same time, between 7 and 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, Pretzels, well, you know, happy days, mate. You can jump back on, but we will catch up soon. All right, good to see you, and take care of all the Canadians. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, bye.